Hi and welcome back to my channel. My name is Kevin, and you might feel like I do sometimes, that a day started bad and it just keeps going downwards. But you know what? There is actually hope, because I use these 5 things every day to make my day better in all the ways it can. And also, if you stick to the end, I will actually show you one extra tip. So it's 16 in total. Let's dive right into it. Okay, so these tips are sure to make your day much better. So the first tip is always make your bed. So making your bed, that's the first thing you do in the morning. You just hear that alarm, beep, 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 beep. Yes, it's time. Rise and shine and go make that bed. And here's why. It's because after you've done like the first task in the morning, you always feel like you're more engaged to do more tasks after that. So that's why it's a good thing to do the bed in the morning, and also you get up, you're moving around a little bit. That always makes me feel so much better. And I got this idea from William McRaven, the guy in the speech. Shout out to him. So I will read his quote. Yes, so you will get a little bit of more feeling of why. So if by chance you have a miserable day, you will come home to a bed that is made and that you made. And that gives you the encouragement that next day will be better if you actually have a miserable day. And that is William himself in his speech. I actually have one pro tip in this. That's actually to make your bed look nice. Don't just throw the blanket and pillows everywhere and just have like it's made. Actually make it look good and pleasing for the eye, and you will be so much happier when you come home from work or wherever you've been doing today, and it's gonna be so much better. Okay, so the second tip on the list is actually give people compliments. This is something I feel is just a wonderful thing you can do. I will actually give you a challenge that is compliment 2 different people every day for a week. And I promise you, you will feel much better by doing this, because you don't expect a compliment back. And it just can be something very easy, like, hey, I like your shoes, or oh, in that meeting we had before, you were really great in that meeting. Anything will make another person feel so good, and it will make you feel much better when you give a compliment. So try this for a week, and I promise you, you will continue with this after the first week, because it just makes you feel so good. And I've done this for like 3 months. I just love it. I love to do compliments before, but I didn't think about it. Now I more think about give compliments. It's just my daily routine now, just give compliments, and it just feels so good. One bonus tip actually about the compliment thing is a nice thing for someone every day. Just a small little thing of kindness. Open a door for someone. You can buy someone a coffee. Just small things that will make someone else's day will make your day so much better, because if you have a good day, you will be happier and you get more things done. This can sound pretty alarming, but it's something that will actually help you really much, and it's don't watch social media the first thing you do in the morning. Okay? Just hear me out why. So, do you ever get the feeling not good enough? Yeah, that's probably from the social media in the morning, for example. You're getting so affected in the morning. If you open up directly like, oh, now I'm gonna watch this directly in the morning, your brain is basically on a reset. So, but if you see something that you don't like, or something that makes you feel bad, or anything, that can actually affect your day and your productivity, because these things just add up like all the time over the day. Oh, you tripped over something, there was something else that happened. All these things add up, so when you come home you feel like, oh shit, this day was really bad. And maybe it could have been because you started in a bad mood in the morning, because you saw something bad. So my recommendation is go up, make your bed, just do something in the morning. Maybe you're doing coffee or anything else that will keep you off the social media the first thing you do, for at least 30 minutes to an hour before you watch your phone. And you will thank me after this if you try it, because it's just such an amazing thing. I've tried for a long time now because I needed a detox, because the first thing I did when the alarm went off, watch that phone. Every single time, all the time. I even have friends, they always tell me, Kevin, you're watching it too much. And I'm like, well, what am I gonna do? So I needed a pause, I needed a change. That change started with, I don't watch it the first thing in the morning, because that makes me feel worse. So if I do it later in the day, it's so much better. So follow this tip. And if this video has given you anything right now, just hit the thumbs up and we can just continue with the video. Okay, so here's my fourth tip. It's actually one of my favorites because it's to dress well. And you should dress well every day. And I know now I can work from home. People are sitting in their like underwear and just have a nice shirt on. I'm just telling you, have a full set of clothes. Just make it feel good when you have the clothes on. Like, oh, wow. Today I look really good, because that helps you in every day. It helps you to be nicer to people. It helps you with your confidence. And if you have better confidence, that results so it's easier to give other people compliments. That is the challenge of the video. So try out this. I myself even did it in this video. I'm gonna show you. I'm not sitting in my underwear. I'm trying to actually have good quality clothes on me today. So I'm just trying to give you an example that you will feel so much better when you're actually dressing up, and how it can actually help you when you're doing it in your everyday life, and why this will make you happier. But I know what you're thinking. So maybe in the morning you don't have time and you feel like, oh, but dressing up is so much time consuming and everything like this. I have one extra tip for you there, and that's plan your outfit the night before. It doesn't take too long, depending on, I know I'm the perfectionist in this, and I want to like look my best every time. So it's gonna take me longer. So that's why I always plan the night before, so my clothes is already done and I can just put them on and go. And I will feel good. And not just put on something that like, oh no, why did I take this shirt? And just feel bad for yourself. No. You'll start the morning with the perfect outfit every time. When you feel your best, you also spread that energy to other people, that you feel good, and other people will notice that, and that energy will spread. So other people will also feel good because you make their day better. So here is my fifth tip, and it's actually doing something you're passionate about. It can be anything. I recommend you to do as often as you can, because if something can bring your mood up in a day, it's actually following a passion. I just feel this so much more myself. For me, it's doing videos for YouTube. I love photography and I go to the gym. All these things adds up. Those are my passions and my hobbies together, and they just makes every day so much better, because if I have a bad day or I'm unhappy, then I do something of this, it just disappears, because those problems, they disappear and your unhappiness gets lower and your happiness comes up because you've done something you really like. So what I recommend you to do, if you don't have a hobby, go sit down, write up things that you would like to try. If you haven't tried them before, or you have, do it again. Do it more often. If you like it, like, ooh, I wanted to try basketball. I want to try this thing. Or I want to start working out. Anything that you can get passionate about or have as a hobby will help you in this. And also remember to write down your goals for this, because if you have goals that you can follow that are reasonable, and just continue upping those goals, you'll see that you're actually improving in your skill or your hobby, and that just makes everything so much better, because it's a small reward every time you do it. And there is one thing that I've struggled with, and I think many people are struggling with also, is that if you have a passion and you're thinking, what are other people gonna think about me doing this? We're stuck in this, as Gary Vee said, in the high school mentality. And that is being afraid what other people think of you. So like, if you want to start a sewing company, start to sew clothes and stuff, and you're wondering like, oh, what will people think of me? Oh, all this. No. Don't think about that. Think about what you want, because it's your life, and what you do that makes you happy. That's the most important thing for you. I myself, I'm a very much a person that tries new stuff all the time. I'm like everywhere. I'm like, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this. There is like a list of things that I want to do, and it's just getting bigger every day. Oftentimes, I just try them. Doesn't it work? No, whatever. I'll try something else. Or I actually stick with it for a long time. Like I started doing stocks, I started YouTube. I started going for more of my social media accounts. Everything of this, it just adds up every time. I like having a lot of things to do, so it can be why I have so much energy, you know? So I'm doing this video also to make people get out of their comfort zone. This is a very important lesson I learned in an education once about being a tour guide. That is so powerful. You can get out of your comfort zone and try new stuff, because if you go out a little bit all the time, you'll see that in the end, like, whoa, I started there. Now I'm up here, like, wow. And that's because you do small steps all the time. You don't have to go like parasailing the first thing you do. In my case, that would be hard because I'm afraid of heights. So parasailing is not for me, for example. But anything small steps will increase confidence and that you can be better at going out of your comfort zone. So my recommendation for you now is go start that brand, go start that hobby or that business or whatever you're thinking of. Just go for it. Tell me in the comments if you have done anything of these tips I gave you, because I'm very interested in hearing what your thoughts are. And also don't forget the challenge about the 2 compliments every day for a week and tell me if you did it. So my last and 6th tip, the bonus one, that's actually don't be too harsh on yourself. And that is basically like my motto is always do the best you can, because if you always do the best you can, you will always get better, and you can never say like, oh, I didn't do my best there, oh, why didn't I do this. Like, always go as hard as you can and try your best in every situation, because that will help you plenty. All these tips have helped me so much. I started doing this half a year ago. It made me start YouTube basically. If I didn't start doing like following these routines and tips, I would probably just sit at home and do nothing with my spare time. And now I'm actually trying to help other people. So I'm just so glad I followed these tips. So yeah, that's the end of the video. I thank you so much for having watched the whole thing. Please subscribe and like the video if it gave you anything that helped. And also comment down below what you thought, or if you're gonna try anything about the tips. And I'll see you next time. I'm just so sweaty. There's like 35 degrees in my room and I'm basically dying. Because I can't have the AC on when I'm recording.